Yo, it's Ben's here. What you saying, guys? I think we're live. I always get confused because I've got so many dashboards open. If you're in, can you just drop me a message? Just make sure you can hear me. Thought I'd do a little bit of midweek production this week. I need to get it shared on my Instagram somehow because I've got my phone as a camera. I picked a bunch of tracks that I thought we could work on, and I ended up pulling a bunch of random ones out of my sort of like ideas folder, and I thought we'd work on one of those today. I don't think I can share my story from here. Big up, Bully. Alright, no worries. So, I actually did a bit more work on Cuphead for any of you guys that were in that stream the other day. And let's get it up real quick. I listened to it without headphones, and then I was a bit like, okay, the mix sounds not quite right. So I did a bit more work on the mix down off the headphones. We're at the version 0.8 now. I've also changed this so you can hear me through bar now, not just through Studio One. So this is what we started the other day. It's just long dead intro, but and then it's a new version, a lot more splashier. Bit of an intro now. So much better. Yeah, if you do want to see any more work on this, then drop a comment on this video, because I was thinking about continuing this one on live. So yeah, I mean, it's making progress. I think it's important to try and get people involved when making these tracks, because most of the time I just sit on my own and start the studio. And a little black box just bashing out drum and bass tunes. So yeah, let me know. As well, if you see me scratching my nose, it's not because I've been doing anything weird. It's definitely cocaine. I was playing fire with my dog, and he just got his paw and he scratched me right in my nose. It really actually hurts, and then every now and then I catch it, and then I'll just stop playing with it. It's really irritating me. Like, I'm not even lying, the claw went like straight up in there. I'm surprised it didn't scar my brain. But yeah, right. Anyway, so I think let's shoot this track. It needs a total rework, really, but for some reason, part of me is saying that it's got a vibe, and I don't know what that is, and I feel like pursuing it. But I did open a project earlier because some of the samples have been moved, so I had to get all the samples back in, and it sounds pretty weird now. So let me open it quickly, and I'll play it for you. But this was the original here, actually. But it's just a bit dead and flat, and it was in the wrong key. I think it was in like F major, and I was like, no, I don't want it in that key, so we're gonna have to work that out. And also, basically, the mix sound needs doing, the drums need recreating, but I know what idea I was kind of going for when I started it, so I'm gonna try and rework it back into that and push it in that direction. I see. Yeah, it might be a bit of a slow start, but there'll be some interesting things along the way. I mean, when I was listening earlier, the first thing I wanted to do really was just sort out the drums. I wanted to go into like a roller, but with like sparkly stuff in it. So I think low end and the break, they're gonna have to take the stage. This is a bit um I can't think of the right words. You know, like the way the track moves. Yeah, it's cool. It like flutters around, but like musically, it doesn't really make sense. So I'm gonna have to like compress it all down into like the same note, and then I'll work out where it needs to go. Let's get it open. It's already open. Fantastic. So yeah, triangles version 0.4. Let's see the new version. And I think first thing will be to tackle the break and see what we could do on that. There's not really too much to it. It's not like anything crazy complex, but what I actually have done already before we start, created a little sample pack for this. I have a habit of just like finding interesting things and then just chucking them into a sample folder. So what I've done is I've just looked for stuff I think would fit this track and the vibe. There's some drum elements in here I want as well, but I'm just gonna move this aside for the minute. And then I think rework the drums, we'll build a track around the drums, I'll take it from there. As you can see, it's very different from the other track I was playing, but we'll work it out, we'll work through it. So I think we need like splashy, breaky style drums. And these are a bit tippy tappy. So I want something with a bit more a drive to it. So straight out, let's get some hats. I'll put all of the hats that I got into the project so we can chop them out. Put that little ride in there. So when I'm like thinking about sort of like the vibe of the track or like adding elements in, especially with a break, I just try and because I've already picked samples and I've kind of got an idea of what I wanted to do. I've already done the legwork, so I can just chuck in stuff in and out, and I don't have to really think about it too much, if that makes sense. So some of these are like from sample packs, and some of these I've just created myself. I have a habit of like just creating random crap, and then I'll just end up putting it in a folder, and then forgetting about it forever. And then all of a sudden I'm like, oh, I'll just make a tune, and I'll just go dig into that folder, and then it's just loads of stuff. It's great. Let me get that out of the way. So let's swap out. Let's take a listen to these hats. I think I'm just going to delete them out of the way for now. That would do the kick. It's not right. In the wrong place. I could be by the tune was sounding weird. I've been playing around with like a 4/4 kick, where it's like kick snare, kick snare, kick snare, rather than boom ch, boom ch. I made a track earlier that had that actually. Jesus, hats are very loud. I'm not really keen on that snare either. It's a bit spongy. Is that the right word? did find a snare we can use in here, I think. Yeah, I'm going to try this. Funny enough, this is a sample of Splice. It's called Pyramid, and the tune's called Triangles. I feel like even maybe when Sky creating this snare, that was his inspiration as well. Don't know what Pyramid and Triangles are kind of like similar, right? That's a 3D triangle. It's been a long day. Alright, new snare. Probably want all the processing off for now. Oh yeah, another thing with this mixdown, it's really loud, and I don't know why. I have put the master on, but like just before I've even built a track and put the elements in, the track's really loud. And that's like can be a good thing, but I haven't really done the mix down on this track yet for it to be loud, so that instantly tells me that there's probably something not quite right with the track. Not keen on that. Too puffy. At the top. There we go, that's much tighter. I think like when I'm building this track, all the elements need to be really sharp and pointy. I think that's the key to get the vibe I want out of it, rather than like if you had like a jump up sound where it's all like fat, boingy and springy, where this is gonna be a roller. So I want it to have I don't know, like the brakes and things need to be quite sharp. By the way, I don't have the chat up and the live chat's not working, so I don't know if anyone's said anything. Yes. Bit of processing snare. Bit of clipping. I don't know if that's the right snare, to be honest. It's a bit dance floor drum and bass, but let's not worry about that for now. Alright, mix bass. Mix drums. Again, just do try to keep to the same plugins because you learn them inside out and then you know what you want to get from them really quick. So okay, that's better. Oh yeah, I swapped out all the plugins earlier because I had old plugins. I haven't copied out this yet, so I need to move this to Kick Free. This looks so much nicer. It's actually easy to use as well, so if you have Kick 2, you can get Kick Free. And I'll just copy the profile from the old plugin into this one and it loads the plugin as well with that profile, so it's cross compatible, which is good. And now I'm going to do is just get the kick So I changed the key earlier to E sharp minor, so I need to get the kick into tune. I always use kick because it's just such an easy way to sculpt a kick. I've never used another plugin that's quite like it. You've got a time up here and you can just sort of move things about, shape it. It's got a weird like pump. Alright, that'll do. I'll put a clip on that. It's got like a weird little. Tell you what that looks like. A dart. I'm gonna just try to get this breakdown as quick as I can because I'll be here all day otherwise tinkering. So I just need to sort of clean it up a bit, I think, because if you look, the top end is quite harsh. So probably a bit of soothe, tame the top end. Slightly better. I think a bit of reverb. I think that's a good start. So just tidy this up a bit. I do just, as long as you've got a breakdown first, you can come back and do the fills and stuff later. So and now the kick is in key as well. Snare bus, don't really need it. I may add a kick, a clap into that later, but alright. We've got to do something about this bass. Awful. Drums, good for now. So I'm thinking stripping this all out because I hate it. And I did create a sub earlier. Somewhere down here. It's not that. Where are you, sub? The thing is, when I put these sounds in, they're just like a palette of synth wavy sounds, and then with like that triangle stab. So we need to work out how those elements go together. That's the stab. Is that the sub? Okay. I think the easiest way through this, work out the sub, and then work out how I put the element on top. I think the sub will just keep the track moving, and then we can work out how the stuff's going to fit on top of that sub. And I'm in E sharp minor, so a couple notes. Start from there. We have a sub. Triangle back in. This was like the main element that inspired the track, but I do like the old flow, but what other noises we got here? Yeah, I don't know. I think it's so far away from the original. Let me get it up. This is going to be a challenge. I just knew this is going to be one of those tunes. It's going to take time. It needs to get back to a good starting point for where I can progress it from, because I don't think okay, let's put that. The first note's not in the root note. you're going to have to bear with me for a bit on this. Some of the other tracks were easy just to walk into and just do, but so it's going to be a little bit of a challenge, I think. I'll repeat myself. Alright then, let's oscillate A, we're going to modulate the noise. And put that to white. Perfect. There we go, that is one fluttery sub. It's like basically rebuilding all these elements from scratch again. That's not the best thing to do really, but we're gonna do it anyway. Think that snare works. I think I'm going to find a clap to put there because it sounds crap. Could be hard because, and I don't think until I've got the break right, these elements are going to be difficult to put around it. I'm going to try not to think about it for now. I don't know where this is going, not gonna lie. I really don't like it right now though. I want that back. Where's I got? Yes. Okay. Just need to fit in some of these gaps and then maybe work a bit on the sound design. For some reason, oh, that's not got it. I'm just like, that's -5 optics. Alright. Okay. Change that into something more interesting. Gonna swap it out for Serum 2. Oh, this must be painful to watch. I tell you, I thought I was gonna come in and it'd be quick and easy. Or I would just change a couple of things, it'd be right. It's a whole track rebuild. Classic. So I just gonna change out that preset for a different one. I think that was it. What can we do here? Because just 2 sawtooths, nothing crazy. What are these noises down here? Crazies. That's cool, actually. Grease. Maybe let's do that. Okay, I see why I added that at the end now. Lego blocks. It can be really frustrating, but trying to get that like flow of different elements. That's the key. I'll be back in a second. It's like whole reconstructive surgery on a track. It's probably the hardest thing you could do on a live stream. Just gotta find that flow and then we're golden. Alright. Something. Let's build out from that. Something's better than nothing, I think, at this point, because I have no idea where this is going. Okay, nice. Let's get this out. Maybe that for like. Little fill at the end of it. So it's repetitive. Do, 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 do. Bring it up. Oh, yeah. Oh no. I feel like it needs a bit more brake elements to it as well. A bit more to make it driving. It needs like a brake to just keep the track moving. Why What's that? Oh, okay. I think the key to like keep a production and this sort of stuff interesting is to like get the effects and stuff layered in quick. Otherwise, you end up hearing the same noises on repeat, and it gets jarring after a while. That's a start. That is a start. So drums need more like break elements in there, I think. A bit flat at the moment. Kind of want them like splashy and drivey. Look. I did download a break pack the other day. Here. DNB breaks. The good thing is about this break pack is you split it out. All the drums are like stems, so it's really useful. So you have like the full breaks in here, and then the layers. So I want to get some like top layer into it. That's quite nice. Not keen on any of these noises. I think until the sound design's done, yeah, it's gonna sound trash. I need to copy this out. It's really annoying. I tried to do this earlier, and where Serum 2's come out now, and I've created these projects in older projects. Basically, I need to migrate them over into Serum 2. You can do that just by saving your old patch in Serum 1 and then just copying that straight over. And then you can keep all your old Serum presets and just whack them in Serum 2. You got a lot more flexibility with Serum 2, so it's definitely better over Serum 1. And you can also, like, the best thing about Serum 2 is you can add like loads of effects. You're not just limited to like having just 4 effects on like a single patch. So if we look in here, you've got a lot more flexibility. And when you're doing like sound design in say Serum, I do quite like keeping all the sound design in it, although you're limited on what palettes you can get from like reverbs and stuff. But having it all in a patch that you can save and recall, it's a lot easier to build, in my opinion, when you're building out a track. So I can just reopen it under S1 presets, and now it's open in Sympathy. So this is where the sound started before I added a load of effects on top. So I was clearly going for some weird triangle stab, hence the name of it. What's it going to sound like now? I don't know, but taking the processing off made it sound a lot cleaner. So maybe going for a cleaner noise. Why does that go really loud? Something not right with that. Something not right with this whole track. Alright, let's make this interesting. There's not really much you could do to make that very interesting. Pitch wobble, maybe Alright. Well, it's just all about getting those little layers dialed in, really, because just everything sounds crap at first, but eventually you just keep tweaking it and you'll get there. I'm gonna make this. I have a patch I made, I think, quite nicely in here, if I can find it. It's like analog womp, I think. Multitasking on a drink. Oh my god, I've lost it. Search for it. Womp. Needs more womp. Like analog womp or something, I think I called it. Okay, that's quite cool. I don't know. This is probably maybe why I never finished this track. gone. Sometimes, like, when you start a track and you don't finish it in that time, then you'll just never get. Like, I can't take myself back to what inspired me to make this track, and I feel like trying to get a square peg in a round hole. Yeah. Let's at least try and make this cool. I know what I was going for. What is going on? I can't distort it. Yeah, tonight is not the night. I really felt like I was gonna come on 10 minutes, make a banger. Music production is what happens. Everyone thinks it's really quick, but sometimes it's not. So I'm just trying to add some movement to the sound, basically. It's not so boring. No. Right. This is not the one part I want. None of this. What I want. Yeah. I don't know what to say. I just don't. I don't think it's doing anything for me, really. Yeah, no, I'm gonna call it on this one because I don't know where this track is going, and I could probably spend the next 10 hours and not get anywhere. Maybe next time come back on a bit more prepared. But anyway, big up everyone's been tuned in. I'll catch you in the next one. I'll do another little live stream soon, and take it easy.